All right, guys, just want to welcome you all to the Next Step Fitness podcast with me, Vinny Horn. So, big special day today. We have the first episode going live with my man Stephen. Stephen is the owner of the Barracks Gym in Castle Island. It's online coaching. He's been in the industry for over 5 years now, and is just a good friend of mine. So I'm just going to let Steve introduce yourself.
Hey guys, how's it going? Like Vinny said, my name is Stephen, owner of the Barracks Gym, which is a personal training studio in Castle Island. We specialise in weight loss and just community aspect of it as well. So that's basically what we do. Obviously, everyone's turned into an online coach over the last 3 weeks as well. So that's what I've been stepping into as well, and trying to grip everyone with my online coaching as well.
Yeah, so I suppose you said it there. Like, it's been like the last couple of weeks has been completely uncharted territory for everyone, as far as like gym owners, trainers, and especially clients. People just being knocked out of their daily routine, not working and stuff like that. So, what would you say between like clients and just people who'd be messaging you or talking members in the gym have found like the biggest obstacle over the last couple of weeks? What have they found the toughest?
I suppose the biggest obstacle would be uncertainty, just in regards of everything that's going on. So, people's uncertainty in terms of work in college, in terms of school, are they going to finish the school year, in terms of, when is the gym going to open up again, when is life going to go back to normality. So just the fact that, especially since the announcement yesterday, the day before, that it's a 3-week period again, we know we're going to be locked down for another 3 weeks, and what's going to happen after that, no one has the answer. So I think definitely uncertainty at the moment is the biggest thing. I think people are just kind of, sorry, go on.
And what do you how can people overcome this? How can they overcome it? Whether it's just finding a routine, getting back to a new normal, or some people might want to just maintain their results. Some people might want to just even progress over this time. So how can they overcome this like uncertainty, as you were saying?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing, like you said, is just routine. So everyone, like I said, went from either college, school, work, having a set routine, and then like maybe doing their training in the morning or in the evening time, and that's all just been wiped out now. People are at home, like myself. I at home all day, and not that I've nothing to do, but I've no set routine, so I had to establish that for myself. So I think that's important. So what I'm preaching to my clients at the moment is setting up a journal or setting up a diary and just making out tasks. So either 4 or 5 things just to get done every day. So it could be as simple as, wash the car, go for a walk, get your training in, play with the dog for 10 minutes. But as long as you establish some bit of routine, it kind of puts your head right, gets your head right, gets your mentality right, and you're able to be a bit more positive looking at the day then, instead of saying, oh geez, another day, don't know what to do today, I'll turn on Netflix, I'll stay in my pajamas. And it just, I think if you start that, you're establishing new habits. So when we go back to normal life again, when we go back to school, work, college, whatever we're doing, that we'll be so drained from just inactivity and doing nothing and being so sedentary in our lifestyle. So I think having that routine and being as active as you possibly can in the next couple of weeks and even months is the most important thing, just to keep some bit of normality in your life, even if you're not seeing anyone or not visiting people, that you're still active, still keeping the mind active, and yeah, it just makes things a whole lot easier.
Yeah, it definitely is something like you're going to there, is not having a routine. And like, even as trainers, it's when you're knocked out of the normal of getting up at like to coach at 6 a.m. It can be completely different. And that's something I found that helped me, especially over the 3 weeks, maybe like coming to the end of the second week, you just kind of a couple of days where you're a bit all over the place, your sleep and stuff like that. So definitely something people are finding very beneficial is just having that routine. And when people get there, how can people plan out their like short-term goals and long-term goals? Let's say they have 3 weeks now of, let's say, another lockdown, so you're at home, and then what about people who want to plan for that but also want to plan for the rest of the year? What would you say to your clients on that topic?
Yeah, so what I would do is, when someone new comes into me, we plot out short-term, medium and long-term goals. So you're looking at your short-term now, which is the next 2-3 weeks. You're looking at your long-term of maybe 2 to 3 months, and then your your medium-term of 2 to 3 months, your long-term then about a year. So what you want to do is sit down. even tonight or whenever you're watching or listening back on this, is just get a sheet of paper, write down, okay, what's most important for me right now? What do I need to cover? And that could just be staying healthy, getting your 10,000 steps, and video chatting to your family members every day. So it could be simple as those three things. They're your short-term goals. Make it as easy as you possibly can, and then delve into the harder things. So maybe you need to lose a couple of pounds because you have a wedding coming up at Christmas time, or there's something going on, you have an event coming up. So maybe your medium term goals, and long term, what's your ultimate goal? Do you want to be, two dress sizes smaller? Do you want to fit into a certain outfit? Is there an event coming up that your own wedding or your own christening, something coming up that a big event that you're aiming for? So to plan it out, set yourself a time, set yourself a goal, and just start off easy and then work your way towards it then.
Yeah, I think the most important thing you said there was like just the difference is something. It might be just like video calling family members. It could be getting daily steps. For someone, it might be dress sizes, and like that's the hardest thing for some people is finding like everybody's goals are going to be different and are going to be completely contextual to what's priority to you right now in your life, your situation, what's important to you, and what you want to do for yourself. And like there's no one saying that one goal is better than the other, or something is harder, or you'll feel better when you achieve it. Because you see a lot on social media, you see a lot of people doing photo shoots, and you see a lot of fitness influencers. They seem to be in shape all year round, and it can be really hard for just people who want to lose a couple of kg or feel better in their clothes, to just think, okay, is that a good enough goal to have? Is that something you come across in the gym and with clients?
Yeah, 100%. Like when you were just saying that there, I was just thinking, I was like, that's all my clientele, that we don't really focus on getting your photo shoot ready, or trying to get down as lean as you possibly can, and whatever. There's a lot of trainers and a lot of gyms that specialize in that, and we leave that to them. What we focus on is just getting your head right, getting your attitude right towards training and lifestyle, and even just life itself. A lot of clients that come in, like, we all have our problems. Everyone has issues going on with family. Everyone has issues going on with work and money and things and like that. So when they come into the gym for whatever it is, 45 minutes or the hour, that's their time. That's their me time, where they get to just not think about anything else, have a bit of crack, talk to a few of the members of our community, talk to coaches like ourselves, and just relax. Even though they're in a training environment, they get to mentally relax for an hour, whatever it is. So yeah, the biggest thing is everyone's goals are different. Even social media has just gone so, obviously everyone's at home now the next couple of weeks. It's just gone so overloaded with negativity about COVID. It's gone about the lockdown, and then you have different people that are still in shape and they still look unreal with six-pack fucking abs. You're just like, how do they have that when I'm eating Easter eggs for the last 2 weeks? So I think it's important that you don't compare. Something I say quite a bit: don't compare your day 1 to someone's day 300 or their day 1000. People to get to that point where they have six-pack and they look unreal, that's taken them 4 or 5 plus years minimum, and then they're improving every day then on top of that. So just focus on what you can control right now, what your goals are right now, and start off small and then build them up from there.
Yeah, perfect. And I think that's the main thing, like not judging yourself by someone you see who could be training for 10 years or 5 or 6 years. It's kind of, because comparison is the theft of joy. So if you're just looking at someone who is in really, really good shape, but you're not there yet, it can be really disheartening. And that's when people lose motivation. So I think that's a really important point. And I suppose just being in the lockdown and everything at the moment, just talking to clients and just being a trainer, why do you feel it is important now more than ever to kind of have a healthy daily lifestyle, just for mentally, just mindset, routine, energy, mood, all that? Why do you feel
Yeah,
it's important?
well, yeah, definitely. So like something like I touched off a while ago, it's like we're not going to be in this lockdown forever. This is very temporary. It's not going to last for hopefully a year or two anyway. It's going to be a couple of weeks, couple of months at worst. So we are going to go back to normality. So set yourself up for success now. Establish routines now, so that when you go back to work and school and college and everything, that you're set up. Then your head is right. That you're not. It's not like a holiday we're on now. it'd be the worst holiday we'd ever planned. But um, although the weather's nice, so that's a good thing. But just to protect your head and protect yourself. So like we are social creatures, like we crave interaction, we need to talk to people. So that's why I think like video calls like this, like Zoom is great, Skype is great, FaceTime, it's all good, and everyone should be doing it every day, like talking to family members, talking to friends. And you just need to socialize as best you can. So this is the next best thing. So I think this is good, getting the video calls out. I think you won't progress in the long term unless you establish the habits now. So over the next couple of weeks, it could be very, very rough for a lot of people, especially if they're living at home alone, or living just with their family. That they could have been in college and now they're living with their family and they're missing their friends, they're missing their boyfriend, girlfriend, they're missing all these people. So it's important that you just stay in touch with people, stay in contact, and just protect your headspace, because now more than ever, it's very important to establish these routines before we get back to normal life again, we'll say.
Yeah, definitely. Even though like there's been so many things cut out of our lives, like going to the gym or anything like that, there's a lot more time for people to focus on getting better at cooking for when they go back, that cook meals in a better, more efficient way, or cook different types of foods, that they can change up their food types. So there's a lot of positives as well people can take away from it. But one thing I've seen over the first couple of weeks is the usual, with like humans just being like very yes or no, pro or against, is like people wanting to stay in shape or wanting to lose weight during this. Some people are saying it's great, and then some people are saying, oh, like there's a lot more worrying things going on, like trainers should be telling their clients to eat what they want, just look after themselves. And I think with everything like that, it's very contextual, and it's easy to like go onto one side of the argument, but everyone's different, and I'm sure every trainer has different clients, and people are feeling very bad about if they want to progress, is it the right thing to do? And then other people are feeling that they have a lot going on, they're just maintaining the results and not progressing, and they feel bad. How would you come about that with clients?
Yeah, so I've seen that with a lot of PTs and a lot of gyms at the moment, that there's this big debate whether you know you should be charging your clients now in this epidemic, and what goals you should be aiming for with the clients. Like you said, is this pure survival now? Just let them do what they need to do to keep a positive attitude, or should it be aiming for weight loss or muscle gain? Should we strip it right down, or should we just continue as normal? So I think the most important thing is to break it down client by client. So for me personally, it's I don't train bodybuilders, I don't train physique models, I pretty much train general public, normal everyday people. So what we focus on is controlling the controllables. So what can you control? So get off Facebook, get off social media, get off all the negative things that might be influencing you, and just focus on what you can control. So like we said earlier, establishing a routine. Can you go to bed early, or can you get up early and go for a nice walk if the day is nice? Can you walk the dog? Can you work out for an hour? And if you can establish all those basic routines, what's your goal? Then you can still lose weight. There's no problem there. As long as you, excuse me, as long as you keep a positive attitude towards it. I think if you're, solely focused on, oh my God, I'm in a lockdown, I'm off work now for the next couple of weeks, I won't be able to see my family, you're stressed the whole time, then that's going to take over, and no matter what, you're not going to achieve anything, whether it's a basic routine or your goal of weight loss. So I think once you cover the basics of sleep, food, water, all that good stuff, and then focus on what are your actual goals, then people can 100% definitely still progress. And I'm still seeing it with my clients, that the ones that need to drop weight are still dropping weight. The ones that just want to feel better and healthier are getting better and healthier as the days go on. But it all depends on your surroundings and how you look at this pandemic. Are you looking at it as a lockdown? Or are you looking at it as something positive, like you said earlier, to really strip things down and focus on what's important to you?
Yeah, and a lot of time people can look at progression in a vacuum and just see progression as either weight loss or losing body fat. And progression, like you said, with loads of different people, can mean different things. It can mean progression, I'm getting more steps each day, I might be getting more sleep, but I'm getting better quality sleep, I'm not waking up at night, I have a better routine, I feel better, my mood's a lot better throughout the day. So like there's no doubt people can progress, and just defining what progress is important to you at this moment and going for that. But I think with people, whatever they want to do, it's just important for people to do what's going to make them happy over these coming weeks. Everyone's in a different situation. For example, a mother of a family might have a lot going on. She might have a couple of kids at home. She's trying to help them with schoolwork. She's trying to feed them, go shopping, with all this virus going on. So someone in that situation might be just wanting to hit their steps every day, control their calories, and get in a home workout once or twice a week. And someone maybe, like, I can just even relate to myself now. Obviously we have our work, but I don't have anyone else that I have to look after, so I can focus on my training and I don't have to be rushing it. So everyone's going to be different in context to their own situation, but it's just looking at that, see what you can do, and making sure you're enjoying it and just being happy with what you do.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's definitely easier for people like me and you that don't have a family yet, or don't have anyone really relying on us. But for, like you said, the mothers, the fathers, the ones that have 2, 3, or 4 kids at home, it's really, really tough right now. And that's why, even though I think they're supposed to be on Easter holidays now for 2 weeks, but to establish a routine, to if they have homework, get them to do the homework, give them the, if they have to sit down between 9 and 12, and then that gives you time then to go off and do your own thing and clear your own head, and you kind of get away from them, for a while, then that's important as well. But it has to be a whole family effort or a whole household effort to kind of keep the ball going. So if I could have all the best intentions and want to do this and this and this, but if my household isn't on board and they're screaming around the house from 7 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night, then I'm not going to get anything done. So definitely important to get the whole family on board as well. Establishing a routine and just making sure everyone's happy and healthy and keep progressing forward.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, and we covered a couple of them already. But what do you think people, what is the best thing or the couple of things people should focus on over these coming 3 weeks?
Yeah, so planning your day definitely is number one. So sorry, my chair's squeaking away here. But planning your day is definitely number one. Just having some bit of a structure, even if it's loose, planning 3 or 4 different tasks throughout the day, at least keep your mind focused and on those things, and you get a reward and a sense of joy from completing those tasks. Then, even if, like you said, it's as simple as going for a walk or getting your steps in or cooking a nutritious, wholesome meal. So that'd be number one. Definitely, I'll be focusing on over the next couple of weeks. And number two, just be as social as you can in terms of reach out to friends that you might have talked to in a couple of weeks. FaceTime them, have a quiz night, have a games night over the phone. Like, it can still be done, but I think people, especially coming to the 3rd and 4th week now, that you mightn't realize, but you are craving that social interaction. I know for me, I get really, really moody, even though that I'm a quiet person in nature, that I still met 20 to 40 people every day, just in terms of clients coming in and out of the gym. And that's really affecting me now that I'm not getting that personal interaction and talking to people and seeing how they are face to face. So it's good for just to check in with people, give them a call, give them a quick text, see how they're doing. And that kind of keeps your head busy as well. So they'll be my kind of 2 main things to focus on over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I found that as well. Like, even just when you're talking to so many people a day, whether it's over message or email or something like that, there's nothing better than like a video chat. Like, you can just, it's a lot more personal. It's hard to interpret like people's moods and feelings over text messages and stuff like that. So whether it's family or friends or something like that, it's important to, like, get in front of the camera and just see how people are doing. And what I think it was important to get you kind of onto the podcast, especially during the time we're in, is just so people don't have to think that the fitness industry is just about getting lean at the moment, or getting photo shoot ready. Like, that it's important that, like, having a healthy lifestyle now more than ever can, like, affect your day-to-day life in terms of mood, energy, and it can be a community-based aspect. You can just love it. You don't have to go to extremes, that it's more than just one dimensional. So I think that's really, really important. So the final question is, what we're going to have for everyone is, what is the single piece of advice you'd have for someone who is starting their fitness journey, lockdown or no lockdown?
Who's starting their fitness journey? Okay, single piece of advice would be, I think, just something we mentioned earlier, would be, don't compare yourself to anyone that's been in this industry or has been training or has been dieting or has been on their journey for 4, 5, 10 plus years. Use that as inspiration, use it as, okay, I want to, aim for that. That's my goal. I want to be as fit as her. I want to look as good as her, or lift as heavy as him. But don't let it get you down in terms of why aren't I there yet? Because yeah, our bodies are great and have potential to do amazing things, but it takes a really, really long time to get there first, number one, and then maintain it, which is even harder, number two. So I think just be patient, enjoy the process a bit more than anything, and reach out for help as well, which would be my main point.
That's super, man. That's super. Steve, I wanna thank you for coming on the podcast today, being the first guest. Where can people find you on social or online to get more information, or if you're in the area, start some coaching or something like that?
Yeah, appreciate it, Vinny. If anyone looks at my socials, I usually am a hermit on social media. I post every now and then, but you can catch me on the Barracks Fitness on Facebook or Instagram, and we have a website as well at barracksfitness.com. But shoot me a message, guys, or Vinny, if any of you need help, just reach out. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole thing of signing up to coaching. If you just need help with something small, most people, most PTs, most gyms are free now-ish, and just want to help people. So don't be afraid to reach out and just get in touch.
There you have it, guys. So I wanna thank you if you're still listening now, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.